Have you ever experienced anxiety? Have you felt, anxiety about doing something for the first time? Or especially, maybe you're doing something that you have never experienced in the past? In today's episode, we are pleasured to join by my good friend, Shalini Jacob from Singapore, to talk us about how she converted her anxiety into an exciting purpose in her life. Shalini has actually worked with many multinational companies in the past, and today she has, as a founder, started Unexcluded to provide services to promote inclusion at workplaces. Let's listen to her story and see how she has converted her anxiety about something doing for the first time into an exciting purpose in her life.
Hello everyone, my name is Shalini. I have short black hair with lots of grey in it. I'm of Indian ethnicity and I'm wearing a red and a black dress. So first of all, I'd like to thank Moses for giving this opportunity to share a personal story with all of you. And it's a very special story for me because it was a life-changing moment per se. So we go back a few years ago. I was working for a corporate, and for the CSR initiative, they wanted a senior leader to take care of the pillars of CSR. And there was also an option to avail the pillar which was about livelihood for persons with disability. Now, in the group, I kind of felt a bit of a resistance where leaders were not clearly opting for this role, and I was very new to the organization. So, I kind of raised my hand up and I said, sure, I'll take that responsibility and I will, work within the organization for getting jobs for persons with disability. Now, I had never done something like that before, and I was of the opinion, how difficult would it be? And that's where I was wrong, because I have not studied in an inclusive school. I have not been to an inclusive playground. I did not have friends who were persons with disability. So technically, my social interaction with somebody with disability was extremely limited from a workplace perspective. And that's when the anxiety hit me that, what do I do? And actually, the disability anxiety is an anxiety that a non-disabled person feels when dealing with the topic of disability. So I was like, what do I do? Everybody's scared. There is a fear of unknown. I did not know how to react. Should I ask people the questions? Should I avoid? Should I just go around and, just work with the information that is being provided to me? Oh my God, there is a different sign language for each region. ASL and ISL are different. You can sign with both hands versus one hand. Visually impaired people can type. So it was extremely overwhelming for me. I couldn't fathom what was going on. I was just all over the place and I was like a headless chicken. So I sat down and I decided to, confront my fears and, figure out why am I getting so anxious about this topic. And then I realized it's because of my ignorance, lack of exposure to this subject that's kind of making me so anxious. So technically, I had two choices. Either I go back to the system and say, look, guys, I made a mistake. May not be the right person to be doing this role, or I take it as a challenge. And, at that point of time, I had started noticing that it was very difficult what we were trying to do. And by the time I had also started facing the data that around 16% of the world population is persons with disability. So, and what I realized is that it was too late happening in this space altogether. So the first thing I did was accept that I am not ready or I do not know enough. I started, reading about it, interacting, going to conferences, talking to people, started volunteering in organizations which were aiming at livelihood for persons with disability. And I kind of, got entrenched in the subject and trying to understand the nuances and, what it would all mean. Few years down the line, we were able to do a train and hire model for persons with disability, which was a huge success and replicated as well. But the point that I'm trying to say is that, sometimes when we face something which is challenging and we do not know how to address, the knee-jerk reaction is to, say, I'll avoid it. I'll stay away from it, or you fear it. But what I would request and urge you is just be curious. Just that humble, compassionate curiosity about something. And in this case, I was very clear that I did not know about it. And I was upfront with people and talking, saying, can you teach me? And trust me, when I started interacting with the social impact sector and the people that I met, they were more than willing and forthcoming. And, I ended up having my own board of directors in the disability space who kind of, helped me grow as a person. And I am so happy to say that, that moment or those decisions actually altered my career. I, gave up my life in the corporate sector and I started working in the impact sector. Today, I run a social enterprise called Un-Excused LLP based out of Singapore. And we work around inclusion, awareness, and livelihood for persons with disability. And all this has been possible because I was able to overcome my fears and understand that, it's okay not to know anything. And we're all in this journey together. And you keep learning and unlearning new things. And I've been so blessed to be part of this sector and, learning. And I can't boil the ocean, but, every small step, every time we try to do something with the ecosystem, it has been hugely personally satisfying. So what I would urge you is that when you're confronted with a problem and you do not know, just take a step back, understand where is the fear coming from, where is the anxiety coming from, lack of awareness, lack of knowledge, and then you address those issues one by one. So for me, it worked very well. It helped me change my career. And it has been really a fulfilling personal and a professional experience for me. So thank you, Moses, for giving me this opportunity to share my story with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shalini, for sharing that wonderful story. I think there is so much to unpack and learn from that experience. I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you on what you have learned from this story of Shalini. And do say that in the comment section. Looking forward to hearing from you. Please like this video, share this video in your network, and subscribe to my channel, Story Garden. Till I see you on my next episode, take care and bye.